Hello, welcome to your WebEx training. We are going to give you just a brief overview of how to find and navigate some of the things in WebEx that will be helpful for you as you get started as a user. When you first join, you may have information displayed on the screen from the instructor. They may be already in presentation mode, or it may look something like this screen. Once the person who is instructing switches on their PowerPoint presentation, your view is going to change. And one important thing to note is that when that happens, a couple of these windows over here will disappear. So you need to know how to find those in order to get that information back. You have some basic navigation tabs up at the top, and a lot of tools are located up here. You also have some quick access shortcuts over here on the upper right to the Participants tab and the Chat tab. Those are the two that are going to be most useful for you. So if you click on either of these, those tabs will reappear, and during presentation mode you can grab those windows and you can drag them and move them into another location or to a second screen if that's helpful for you. So I want to focus on the Participants tab. This window has a lot of really helpful information. First of all, you'll see your name as well as other participant names. Right now there's nobody in here but me. And if I saw that, if I was a participant, there would be a little microphone icon here as well. That is where you mute and unmute your microphone. Your instructor may also have everybody muted automatically, in which case you would not be able to unmute yourself. We also have the video icon over here. So during portions of the training, such as introductions or group activities, breakout sessions, in those cases, you would want to turn on your video if you have that available. So once you turn that on, you would say, hi, you'd have that video available for you. And then you would turn that back off when you go into regular presentation from the instructor. You also can provide information and communicate with your instructor or the moderator down here. So this is a tool for raising your hand. Notice that if you click on that, next to your name, it'll show that your hand is raised, and this informs either the instructor or the moderator that you have a question you would like to ask. And when you're done, you can simply lower your hand by unclicking it. Similarly, you can use the yes and no icons, and these are ways that you can answer the instructor without having to unmute your microphone. So for simple questions, you can answer yes or no. And there's some other tools down here as well. When you're, for example, doing introductions and everybody has video on, if you would like to see everybody's videos as a thumbnail view, you can do that here. So multiple people's squares with video would show up here if I had multiple people in here. That's just a preference thing. Another thing to note is that when the instructor is in presentation mode, you will have access to tools that will appear at the very top here. So this screen will go away, and up at the top, if you move your cursor and hover, there will be a drop-down menu with similar options that would allow you to open participant chat, etc. One last thing to get you started is that when we have activities where people are breaking out into smaller groups, we can share information using a whiteboard. So you can access this a couple different ways, either here or, again, that menu that pops down from the top up here during presentation mode. If you access that menu on the far right-hand side, you'll see an ellipse with some additional tools, and that's where you can find some of those options. So if I want to, for example, share a whiteboard, if multiple people are in this same group, then you can simultaneously be working on stuff. So one person, for example, could be taking notes and collecting ideas. Another person could be doing the same thing in a different part of the whiteboard. You can also utilize this to draw, sketch, etc. So you can be really like a whiteboard using this to share a lot of information. So this is a tool that you can use now or perhaps another time. That should be enough to get you started. We hope you have a great session today, and if you have any questions, make sure that you reach out to your instructor, either using the chat or raising your hand, and have fun.